Hi, in this video I will show you how to design a part like this in Plasticity. I will create a new project. We will start by creating a cylinder whose center will be located at the origin of the coordinate system. To precisely link the center of the cylinder with the origin of the coordinate system, we hover over the origin point. When the snap is displayed, we click the left mouse button. Now the center of the cylinder is already linked to the origin of the coordinate system. Of course, in this case it refers to the center point of the bottom face of the cylinder. Now I press the Tab key and enter 100 mm as the diameter of the cylinder, then press Enter. Next we will define the height of the cylinder. We can do this by dragging. We can enter a specific value here, or we can press the D key and enter the value of 10 mm. Press Enter to confirm, and enter again to confirm the creation of the cylinder. Now I will set my view to the top. I select to draw a rectangle from the center. I hover over this point and the intersection edge snap appears here. I am referring to the intersection of the cylinder's edge with the x-axis. Once this snap is active, I click the left mouse button. Then I press Tab, enter 20, and then Tab again, 20, to specify the lengths of the sides of the rectangle, and press Enter to confirm. Next, I select to draw a circle, but this time I choose to draw a circle from 2 points. To activate the circle drawing command selection menu, we hover the cursor here, click the left mouse button, and select the command we want to use. Now we draw the circle by specifying 2 points on the circle. We will use snaps here. When the snap on this point is active, we click the left mouse button. Then we specify the second point and click the left mouse button again. Next we choose to draw a circle, but this time we select a circle from the center. Again, we hover over this icon, press and hold the left mouse button, and hover over the command we want to use. Now this command is active, and we place the center of the circle here. We also use the snap here. Then I press Tab and enter 10 as the diameter of the circles, press Enter to confirm, and now we will trim the selected geometries. We select the Trim command and select these geometries to remove them. We confirm by right-clicking. Exit the construction plane, and we have created something like this. Then I switch to selecting faces. We can do this by pressing the 3 key on the keyboard. I point to this profile and add an extrusion. Here I can specify the extrusion to a specific distance, which means I can press D, enter 10, and the extrusion will be made to that value. I can also do it differently. I add here an extrusion to any value, something like that. I accept it with a right click. Then I select this face. Add another piece of extrusion. And now I click the left mouse button on this face. In this way, the extrusion has been made to this face. I right-click to accept it, and again I right-click to confirm this command. We have created something like this. I will turn off the visibility of these geometries. Now I will switch to selecting solids, select this solid, and now we will use the radial array command. Select this command, specify the center point of the radial array. It will be this point, and here we specify the number of elements. Enter 4 as the number of elements, and we will do this at a full angle of 360 degrees. We click OK to accept it. Then, in the elements list, holding the Control key, we select all solids. Here, these 4 solids are selected after performing the circular array, so I press the Control key and select this solid as well. Then I activate the boolean command. We can do this by clicking this button, or we can simply press the Q key on the keyboard. Then, to combine these solids together, in order to activate the operation of joining solids together, I press the Q key again and enter to confirm. We have created something like this. Now we will create a circle. Choose to draw a circle from the center and draw a circle whose center will be located at this point. Then Tab and set the diameter to 60 mm. I press Enter and we have created a circle. I switch to selecting faces, so I press the 3 key on the keyboard. I select this circle and drag it down, dragging it to any value. Here I would like to create a hole in this solid, so from these commands I choose the difference command, which means I press the W key on the keyboard and then select this solid as the solid from which I will subtract this extrusion. I right-click to confirm, and we have created something like this. I will turn off the visibility of this circle, then switch to edge selection. I select this edge, and now I would like to add an offset to this edge. This is the offset command, which we can activate by pressing the O key on the keyboard, but we can also search for this command in the command list. I press F, type offset, and choose the offset curve command. And here we specify the direction and value of the offset. As you can see, to achieve the offset in this direction, I need to enter a negative value, so I press D-5, enter, and we have created something like this. I accept with a right click, then I switch to selecting faces, then I select this face and add an extrusion of 15 mm here, so I press the D key, enter 15, press enter, enter again, and we have created something like this. Now I will proceed to add fillets. I switch to edge selection, select this edge and add a fillet of 8 mm. So I add a radius, press D, 8, hit enter, and we have added a radius of 8 mm. I accept it with a right click. Then I select these edges to add fillets here as well. We do this with the Shift key. And because we have the invisible edges display mode active, we can also select these edges in this view. I select these edges with the Shift key. OK, and here I also add a radius of 5 mm, so I add a radius, press D, 5, hit enter, enter again, and OK, we have confirmed this. Now I would like to add a chamfer to the edge of this surface, so I switch to face selection, press the 3 key on the keyboard, and select this face. To add a chamfer or fillet, we need to have edges selected. Now I press the keyboard shortcut Ctrl +2, and based on the selected face, the edges that belong to this face have been selected. Here we can immediately proceed to add a chamfer or fillet, but if you want to deselect something from this selection, you can do so with the Control key. Just first switch to edge selection, and now hold Ctrl and select some geometry, and that geometry will be deselected. And here we add a chamfer of -1.5. We do the same, -1.5. Because if we do something like we did with the radius, which is to add a chamfer of any size and press D and enter some value, the chamfer will be converted to a fillet. If you would like to specify the chamfer size in this way, you should use the C key on the keyboard. We press the C key and now we can enter a specific chamfer value. OK, I press enter to confirm, and we add another chamfer to these edges. I select these two edges with the Shift key and here hit C, 1, enter. OK, we have created something like this, and now, after creating this part, it turns out that this radius is a bit too large, and I would like to change the value of this radius. Of course we can do that. I will switch to face selection, select the radius, and now I can change the value of this radius by dragging, or I can select this face, press the X key on the keyboard, and this radius will be removed. I can add the radius again with a specific value. I press the 2 key to switch to edge selection, select this edge, and here I add a radius of 4 mm, so I hit D, 4, enter. And OK, with these few simple steps we have created such a part, and we will finish here. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.